Speaking of voting, I definitely want to talk about this right here. Ice Cube is coming under fire right now for advising Trump. This is a crazy story right here. Now, in past shows, we've talked about this. We've told you how vocal Ice Cube was about Biden and Trump needing to create a plan for Black America. Well, unfortunately, Ice Cube didn't realize that Biden already had outlined a plan in advance to the Black community on his website. Now, keep in mind, Trump never had any design for us, but when he heard about Ice Cube's perspective, he unveiled what he called the Platinum Plan, promising economic wealth for Black folks. So, yeah, it was Ice Cube's idea, but can we really trust Trump? A man who refused to condemn white supremacists. He's also known for lying all the time. People accuse Ice Cube of crossing over to the dark side, and he actually tweeted yesterday, "Every side is the dark side for us here in America. They're all the same until something changes for us. They all lie, they all cheat." He's talking about the politicians out there. He said, but what we can't afford not to negotiate with, he said, what we can't afford not to negotiate with whoever is in power, or our condition in this country will never change. But see, he's talking about that, but then you're actually like making deals with the devil. And that's just, it's unbelievable to me that Mr. Ice Cube, Mr. Pro-Black, is actually going to jump on the whole Trump bandwagon like that. Sid, what's your thoughts?
Well, he tried to clarify it a little bit, and I get the both sides and things like that. But my thing is like, you can't say both sides. Now I'll be first to admit, we all know I don't have a love affair with Biden. I'm riding with him because I know what it is. So, but it's like you're trying to play this both sides, but both sides ain't lying to us about a pandemic. Both sides ain't in court trying to take away our health care. Both sides ain't trying to take away diversity training in federal jobs. So it's like, I get that Democrats got their challenges, and they do, and they need to work harder. They do. But this is not an equate like I'm going to go to whatever side. And then two, are you fool enough to negotiate with somebody like him?
Right.
Are you fool enough to negotiate with somebody who has, you already know, he has already shifted people out of wedding contracts. People who've done his wedding have not still gotten paid, and he's on his third marriage. Not have gotten paid. People who he's told towns, I will reimburse you for the extra security that you have. He doesn't pay. So somebody who's known to break contracts, why are you entering into negotiations with somebody who's like that?
It's unbelievable to me. And Ice Cube, now this is just my opinion, he's lost a lot of cool points with me on this right here. I don't understand. I mean, Biden already had a plan, so why would you take the plan to Trump and then just say, okay, everybody vote for Trump? Because that's pretty much what he's doing. And he's using his platform as an extremely powerful Black man in Hollywood to promote Trump. I don't get it. I'm really confused about this whole situation. So it has everybody looking at Ice Cube like he's crazy, but I want to bring on our next guest and ask her about it. She is a Savannah State University graduate. She's a wife. She's a mother, political activist, entrepreneur, First Lady of Grace Christian Church of Columbia, South Carolina, and she's an author. She has a brand new book that's out right now called Now Get Up and Go Be Great. It's available right now on Amazon. Everybody, this is my girl, Jennifer Bishop. What's up, love?
What's good, Kenya? What's good, Sid?
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm happy, healthy, praise God, and just, doing what we do.
I hear you. Well, you look great down there in Carolina. What do you think about, let's first talk about Ice Cube. What's your take on this, being that you are in the community, you're an activist? What's your thoughts on Ice Cube?
As you guys were saying before you brought me in, I think it's crazy that you would believe that you can negotiate with somebody with the propensity of what Trump has. I mean, he has the character flaws that we have all seen, that we are experiencing as he's the leader of our country. And, I don't know where Cube's thought process was with that. I can understand him trying to figure out which way may be best for him to try to, go and talk to both parties. I completely agree with, going across the aisle. However, I just don't think that was thought through. There is no way possible from what we've seen that you can negotiate or you can have a conversation that you would think would better our community with 45.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Now, as I just mentioned, you are a graduate of Savannah State University. Share with everybody just how Savannah State University has impacted your life.
So to be real clear and real transparent, if it wasn't for Savannah State College, Jennifer McCord Bishop wouldn't be in existence, because my parents met and married as alum of Savannah State College, their class of 74. And so Jennifer would not be here if they had not met there.
Wow.
And then I met my husband, and we, have gone on and done great things. And, Savannah State, I knew in 1990, I went with my mother to homecoming, 1990. And I knew then, I was in the 9th grade, that this is where I had to go to school. And so Savannah State is everything. I got my bachelor's at Savannah State. I got my master's public administration at Savannah State. And I've always told everybody, if you graduated from Savannah State, you always got 2 degrees. You got whatever you majored in, and then you got a grinding and hustling degree, because it made you do that.
Yeah.
So it prepared you for out here. So, Savannah State is everything. I will rep it until, because if it was not for them, I wouldn't be here.
No doubt. No doubt. Now let's talk about, speaking of hustle, you have a brand new book that's out right now on Amazon. The name of the book is called Now Get Up and Go Be Great. Jennifer, when I saw this, I was like, I definitely got to get her on the podcast to talk about this right here, because this sounds like a book that everyone needs. Talk about this book right here and what inspired you to write it.
So for years, for about a year or so, I just, as God would speak to me, I would just write quotes and I'd post them on social media. And so, the course of the pandemic, it made you think about everything that you were doing, weren't doing. I mean, we all had a time to pause. And so I got the gumption and the motivation, and aligned myself with some very good people to help me compile this into Now Get Up and Go Be Great. And how the title came about was because I was having a pity party one day, and I was laying on my sofa and just like, oh, Lord, what else? And after he heard my pity party, I heard him clearly, I heard him audibly, I heard him say, now get up and go be great. So in spite of and despite everything that you're going through, I want you to put that to the side, because that's mine, not yours. And I want you to get up and go be great. That's what I made you to do. That's how I built you. And that's what I need for you to go do. And so that's where the title came from. It's like, now, in spite of everything, get up and go be great, because I gave you the opportunity to continue living. I gave you the opportunity to continue breathing and to be. And that's what that's about.
I love it. That is, I'm just like blown away. That's just awesome, Jennifer. That is awesome.
I'm a former resident of South Carolina as a former Gamecock, so I know all about where you are. And all that stuff. Y'all got a consequential race going on, and I know you have some involvement with the Democratic Party, the women Democrats down there in South Carolina, whatever. There's a consequential race. I just saw a poll. I just got something on my text message that said Lindsey Graham has retaken the lead against Jamie Harrison. How's that going down there?
I heard about that poll coming out today. And listen, we're going to be on the grind. We're going to hustle. We're going to make sure that we do what we need to do to get him up out of that seat, as he said during the hearings on yesterday. I believe it was that, making reference to the good old days of segregation. We cannot allow someone to remain in the seat who has that temperament, who has that type of thought process, of thinking it was a good old days. It may have been good old days for him. I don't know about everybody else. Right. But, Jamie Harrison is definitely the man that we need in this season, at this time. He has been doing great things. He is doing great things. And I know that when he gets to DC, he will continue to uplift and uphold South Carolina. This is a consequential, there is no other time that I can think of that we have to get out and we have to make sure that we vote, whether it be from what was happening in South Carolina that can help change the dynamics of what's going on in the legislature in DC, to obviously the White House. No one can stay home. We all have to get up and go be great right now, because our future depends on it, and our past has made it so that we're accountable to them to do what we need to do, because where we are is not where we can stay, bruh. No way, no possible.
I'm with you 100% on that, Jennifer. We got Jennifer Bishop live with us right now on the Everybody Mad Live podcast. Leave your comments. Let us know your thoughts on the show. We got more great guests coming up. We got, of course, Grammy-nominated singer Anthony David, who's actually from Savannah. He's going to be on the show, and he's going to join us. But we got some more topics. Jennifer, can you hang out with us? You got time?
Absolutely. Let's do it.